Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your Pisces full moon journey reading that will be leading up to and including that Pisces, very magical, very spiritual Pisces full moon that we have coming up on September 13 and 14. It's right on the crossover between midnight for some people, depending on your time zone. So check your time zone because that full moon in Pisces will arrive at 9:33 p.m. Pacific time, and that will be, the Friday the 13th, funny enough. And then on Saturday the 14th, it will be right after midnight at 12:33 for those of us on the East Coast. So just check when that actually arrives. This particular Pisces full moon will also be right next to Neptune. So Neptune right now is also in Pisces. So when the full moon arrives in Pisces, it will be connected to Neptune, which is going to make this particular full moon of the year extra spiritual, extra magical, extra meaningful for everybody in a different way. So I will make a few notes before we start this reading that this is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Taurus out there. If it does resonate, absolutely, those are your messages. If it does not resonate, feel free to throw it on out to another Taurus out there. This will be including Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And also, of course, all Taurus cross watchers are welcome to join us. So while you're thinking about it, go ahead and reach out, click subscribe, and join our little dragon family here. And also give it a like, what I call the dragon claw up, because that is how YouTube lets other people know they should include this video in their to watch list. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to first start with a couple of lunar-based decks, because this is all about the lunar energies. And I'm going to see how much influence this particular moon is going to have on you, Taurus, because everyone has a little bit of a different journey with each full moon. Most of the influence of our full moons is felt definitely like around the days of the actual full moon, and then for a month radiating after until the following full moon, which would be in October. But depending on you personally and what you're going through, this may have a deeper resonance, and that's what we're trying to get a better focus on right now. So we'll go ahead and start with some lunar cards. Dear angels, dear divine beings of light, helpers and healers and protectors, please watch over us and assist us as we do the full moon Pisces reading for the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs of Taurus. Please protect their energy and mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Ooh, so Taurus, you start out with a new moon energy of Sagittarius that says luck is on your side. So this is actually a very lucky and prosperous full moon that's coming up for you. And then the actual full moon card comes up, which says surrender to the divine. And it doesn't get much more connected to the divine than a Pisces full moon connected to Neptune, because like I said, this is spirit, this is magic, this is the mystic, this is all of those things that are right, behind the veil of consciousness coming forward. And for Taurus, you guys, in your general chart astrologically, this is happening in your 11th house. So you are going to be really extra sensitive in the areas of social consciousness, what's happening in the world, what are the universal energies. Taurus, you are going to be super sensitive around that, so I would absolutely recommend being really careful on what you watch, like social media, negative news stories, things that are really upsetting, because right now at this period of time during this full moon, you are extra sensitive. Those kind of things could just really, really rock your soul and make you just cry, and it's just not something you need to do right now. But once that energy passes those couple of days, it'll be easier for you to take those things in with more objectivity, and it won't hit you so close to the bone. And so the next card that comes in, full moon in Leo, another full moon card, the Leo energy, saying don't let pride get in your way. So this is also a card that's about letting the pride go, which is interesting because the opposite side of your universal house where that full moon will occur is the Leo house. So it could be shining a little bit of light on there because that's where all that Virgo energy is stationed right now for you. And it's just telling you, hey, you know, Taurus, don't let your pride, you know, ruin things for you. Don't let that overwhelm because, you know, luck is on your side. Surrender to the divine. You don't need to let the ego, you know, ruin that for you. So it's like embrace instead your divine creativity because Leo energy is very creative. And do it in a way that focuses on using your creativity to serve and help others in some way. So I'm going to pull from another lunar deck, and we're going to just deepen up that reading and see what comes out for you, maybe as far as timeline to the effects of this Pisces full moon. Oh, yes. Ah, beautiful. Okay, so here's what's coming up. So for the luck is on your side, we have the waxing crescent number 2. So this is acceptance. This is letting that good fortune, letting good opportunities come in. Don't turn them away when you see them, even if they seem small at first, because the new moon can seem small, but that energy builds. And it's the waxing, so this is the building energy. So it's like accept those offers, accept those opportunities, especially if you have chances to educate yourself, to teach or to learn, or to journey or go somewhere where you're actually learning something. Don't turn it down, Taurus. So then surrender to the divine, and we have the waning crescent under that because, of course, what's interesting, after the full moon, it goes into the waning moon. So, you know, this is about the release. This is about the letting go. So anything that you haven't already surrendered, it's like you are meant to let this go, Taurus. You are having some things super shaken loose there. Interestingly enough, this is a 27, adds up to a 9 to me, which is also very much a completion of a cycle. And yes, interestingly enough, we have the waxing gibbous moon next to that full moon in Leo, which is all about fears of what you gotta let go. So, you know, don't let fear get in the way. Don't let pride get in the way. Pride usually is rooted in fear. You know, ego of a negative type is rooted in fear. So don't feel like you have to be afraid of anything right now, Taurus, because this is really actually excellent energy. And I believe that what we're looking at, this is going to go pretty quickly because we're not getting any sort of cards that are pointing to this taking and, you know, months or anything like that. So I actually think that by, you know, about 4 or 5 days, you know, getting into the week after that full moon, you're really going to feel the power of it quite fast, quite intense. There will be kind of a rapid release and a rapid release of fear. You might also feel this up in getting into February when that full moon in Leo does arrive. The two big times I think that you're going to feel this is when we get into the December time, you know, when we get into Sagittarius, and then again when we get into Leo. So we're looking at December and February as being the times that those things will really start to manifest in a meaningful way. And that's going to be you embracing, you know, the traveling, learning more things, bringing in more opportunities. And then, of course, by the time February rolls around, we get that Leo full moon, you're going to be in a place where it's time to let any pride go, anything that's kind of like not serving your creative, positive side. So that's very strong. Let's go ahead. I'm going to pull 5 tarot cards top and bottom, and we're going to see what comes out over that 5-month course going up to that full moon in Leo. Okay, Taurus, so you are actually on a really amazing journey right now. Journey indeed. So the Three of Wands comes up right away. This is about you waiting. This is your ships coming in. This is you, taking that time to let things start to come to you, just like that new moon in Sag. It's like, I'm letting things come to me. I'm taking those opportunities, and I'm going to, work that energy when it comes my way. Then we go into that Queen of Wands, also very fiery. So you do have a lot of fiery energy. Y'all Taurus, I tell you, so many of your readings, they come up with so much firepower. I start to wonder if y'all haven't turned into fire signs on me. So that Queen of Wands comes in. So this is all about using your intuition to make, very strong, bold decisions. Again, this takes some patience because here's your 7, you're waiting, you're growing, you're putting those seeds in the ground, you're planting and waiting for things to come up. It might take some patience. It might feel like, oh, when is this ever going to work out? But see, this is that December energy. So, getting into January, look at that. Look how quick that comes up. Getting into Capricorn time, that 10 of Pentacles really takes a root, takes, just absolute blossom. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about strong, positive beginnings, especially for you, because guess what? Your sign is actually represented in this card. There's that little Taurus bull right down there in the corner hanging out with Leo. So let's pull some more tarot and see what comes up around this. Okay, Taurus, you've got a lot of opportunities. The thing is that you have a hard time picking just one, and that is the toughest thing for you right now. Bottom of the deck is that stress card, which always tells me don't take on more than you can handle. Three of Wands, right now, Taurus, you might be really, this is kind of like telling me too that you're kind of waiting for a good partnership, or you're waiting for somebody to come in or to come back to you. If it's something that hasn't worked out so great in the past, it's like you're really hoping that maybe you have another chance with them, or they're hoping they have another chance with you. So that might be something that is also weighing on your mind as well. This Queen, this is the thing that makes it tough for you making those choices, because that is a card that is, that 7 of Cups, lots of different choices. You actually don't have to take any of them. You don't have to. Because the thing that keeps you from it, and you're kind of going, I don't know, one of these might be really good, but one of them might not be so good. And you're kind of weighing things in the balance, really, as you're waiting. You've got that patience thing going on for a couple months there on this little journey you're going on. And when the good things start coming in, you start stressing yourself out about them a little bit. It's almost like, do I really deserve it? Is it too good to be true? No, it's not too good to be true, Taurus. Please do not beat yourself up when the good things come, because see, they're really trying to get through to you. And a lot of that worry keeps you from enjoying it. So don't second guess. And yeah, using that deep intuition, because that is that very deep spiritual well that is being activated and triggered here. So you are absolutely in a spiritual journey, but it has very deep roots, because I pulled a couple more for you, and look how earthy and balanced and grounded. There's that Taurus energy. He even has, the sign of the bull on the throne. This is all about you coming into your stable, grounded power. So this is the mastery of that earth element, of your resources, of your financial situation, whatever you have that you can use to gain momentum and grow yourself more. And this is, to me, of course, everything falling into place just as it should. So Taurus, this is a very, I would say overall, very positive journey that you're on, starting with this full moon. I really like it. But you're gonna have to make some decisions along the way. Some of these you don't want to have to make, and you don't have to act on them. In some ways, I think it would be good to, but it's really up to you. Use your intuition, use your foresight. If you've already got things that you've planted in the ground, just be patient waiting for them to come up, because by the time we get around to that, January, February time of year, it's going to be very interesting. So I'm just going to pull two cards from the top and the bottom of the Animal Spirit deck, and then 2 major arcanas to wrap up this reading for you. I love it. See? Aha! The top and the bottom. Yes. To me, this is the more spiritual, higher mind, and here's that grounded, stable, more earthy mind. So for the spiritual mind, you have that grasshopper. Take the leap of faith. Grasshopper to me is always a very, very lucky symbol. Anytime I see a grasshopper hanging around, I always take it as a sign of good luck and greater fortune. So absolutely, this is really telling me more that when it comes to taking the risk, or it comes to taking a chance, or making a big choice that feels maybe a little bit scary, it's like, take the leap of faith. Because the turkey spirit is that grounded, generous, solid, abundant spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. So it's like all about having gratitude for whatever comes to you, no matter whether it's big, no matter whether it's small. Absolutely beautiful as we go, especially, thinking about, the autumn seasons, getting into that spirit of gratitude and giving. So let's pull 2 major arcana, see what comes up there for you. Ooh, I love these. Oh, Taurus. So again, high spirit, grounded energy. Here's your star card. That corresponds to that Aquarius house. That Pisces energy is absolutely filling. You are going to be so aware of your place in the big picture, in the universe, in the cosmos, in the world consciousness, what it is that you're meant to be doing here. Just believe it, feel it, let go of the mind during this Pisces full moon period, Taurus, because that spiritual enlightenment, that awakening, that is right around the corner there with this card. This is all about coming through some very, very hard times and attaining some real spiritual wisdom. And then that strength card is always getting through, conquering those more difficult parts of yourself through, kindness, compassion, patience, constantly working again and again. If you make a mistake and you slip up, you try again, and that's what cultivates that strength. So Taurus, these are beautiful messages for you. I absolutely sending you the best for this beautiful, magical Pisces full moon. I'll see y'all soon. Take care.